If you didn't see this coming for weeks, it's here. Vince is back, okay? The entire internet, the entire WWE Universe hates this guy. This guy, Vince McMahon, who looks terrible in his new look, his attempt to look younger with his uneven mustache, destroys the Raw after WrestleMania. What is supposed to be the best, absolute best Raw every year. It is like slated as the Raw that everybody cares about. Like, if you want to get your friend into wrestling because of the hype that happens at WrestleMania, where it's covered everywhere and everybody is kind of interested in it, you have them watch Raw after WrestleMania. When people say, oh my God, WrestleMania, it's all over the place. I saw some clips. What do I watch? How do I see more? You could tell them to go to YouTube, or you could tell them, listen, this was the greatest storytelling year of professional wrestling that we've had for Roman and Cody, for KO, Sami Zayn, and the Usos. There has been a tremendous amount of story and dare I say, good common wrestling sense happening in the WWE under Triple H's watch. And he's back to sell the company. Scandal. Laughed it off, paid off, whatever the case is. Got around it. Got through it. Got over it. A couple weeks ago, maybe it's a couple months now, Stephanie McMahon leaves WWE. Says, I've had it. I've had enough. I'm out. Do you not think he was part of that? Triple H comes out in the beginning of this Raw to say that nothing is going to change except the Raw script, what's reported to be 4 to 5 times, as it has been reported with pictures shown that there were consistent and constant scripts being handed to the production staff who were right next to the stage where the wrestlers came out of. Rewrites galore. Squash matches that don't matter. Omos and Elias. Mustafa Ali and Bobby Lashley. I mean, at least we had the Usos appear, but they didn't get to talk. They got to go eat food. You had Cody and Roman, which the fans were hot for. It was a great opening promo segment performed by Triple H to lead into Roman Reigns and Cody. Brock Lesnar coming out. I knew something was up. I said to myself, why is Brock here? Why is Brock on Raw? Like, Brock's going to team with Cody? Okay. Where's this going to go? I'm like, this doesn't make... where is this going to go? So Brock and Cody versus Solo and Roman. It's going to be a great match, but Brock's going to wrestle on TV? It just... something didn't make sense. Roman's going to wrestle Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, and throw Solo in there. All 4 of these guys are going to wrestle on TV on Raw after WrestleMania. Okay, you know what? It's the Raw after WrestleMania. That makes sense. Then we watch the match. Oh, and we get a women's number 1 contender match, which doesn't make sense because we already had women number 1 contenders. So, okay. There's that part where Liv and Raquel become number 1 contenders when Ronda and Baszler were number 1 contenders. It's a Vince move. As the Raw kept getting worse and worse, I said to myself, well, we're gonna get Cody and Brock versus Solo and Roman. That's a good main event, right? Then Brock Lesnar turns on Cody. And as I'm watching, my stomach kind of turned because I realized what happened. I said, he's back. The old man is back, and he has erased or tried to erase what was potentially a good Raw script under Triple H that made sense, and we got to waste 3 hours of our time on the Raw after WrestleMania. And if you told your friend that Raw is what you want to watch because you saw the hype at WrestleMania, they just got let down. You just look like a fool. And now you're probably saying, well, no, Vince McMahon came back and he ruined it. And they're saying, well, why would he ruin his own product? It's his show. And then you have to explain to your friend why Vince ruined it. And they're not going to believe you because they don't understand. And here we are, telling them they could watch SmackDown, only knowing that he's going to ruin that too. The entire internet is abuzz. Everybody hates Vince McMahon. If you go around YouTube and you look, there are so many people saying Vince ruined Raw, Vince destroys Raw, Vince is destroying Cody, Brock Lesnar is back, Brock is Vince's boy, he was destroying Cody for fun, this was great, this was everything, no, not great, this was not great, and it was everything that Vince wanted, so to Vince it was great. And Triple H, like that, like Thanos snapping, will fade to black as he is in my thumbnail. It is absurd to think that Vince McMahon is so out of touch with his own product, but he is. WWE is what Vince wants. And I could tell you for certain that the new ownership, the 49% ownership, or 50, whatever it is, the ownership will see declining ratings because of Vince McMahon. The morale of the WWE roster, from what is speculated, allegedly has went down. I'm sure Triple H feels the same way, that it's going down. Is Vince back for one Raw because he's all hyped up because he just sold the company $9.3 billion and remains the chairman of the WWE? Do you think the Endeavor Group is going to take this when the ratings go down? Do you not think that they're going to... Sure, you can't blame Roman because he's a draw. You can't blame Brock because he's a draw. You can't blame Cody because he's a draw. So you're going to blame the undercard of Raw? Okay, fine. Omos is not very good. Bobby Lashley's getting stale. Okay. You got Sammy and KO. They're a draw. They're a draw. Absolutely. Is it possible that he could cripple everything, make his money, and destroy his product? Is that a conspiracy theory? Is that a conspiracy theory to think that Vince McMahon can create something so amazing that is WWE and then destroy it because it's not his anymore and he doesn't care? Is it possible he'll destroy it because he doesn't care? It's possible. In Triple H, everything that he worked for, every amazing thing he did in his run as head of creative gets squashed. Time will tell. But Brock Lesnar standing over Cody, to me, is Vince McMahon booking standing over Triple H booking, saying, no more. No more. Now, we could turn into a positive and say, now we get Cody versus Brock, keeps Cody busy, gets Roman away from Cody. Cody takes the long road back to Roman Reigns. Maybe Cody takes the long road back. But we saw this in 2012. We saw John Cena defeated at WrestleMania. The night after WrestleMania, we see Brock Lesnar destroy John Cena. That was booked by Vince McMahon. This is booked by Vince McMahon. And now we're here with Vince, who was supposed to watch from afar, get a little closer, get a little closer, push Triple H over. I'll do it myself. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we're all wrong. I hope every one of us are wrong and he doesn't stay. I try to be a Vince. I try to be a devil's advocate for Vince all the time. This makes sense because of this. Oh, this can make sense. This made absolutely no sense. A deflated Raw, a deflated roster, a deflated universe, and you will have deflated ownership. They potentially could kick him out. That's the only saving grace is going to be that the Endeavor Media Group sees the problem that Vince has created and gets rid of him. Vince McMahon, for better or worse, is back, and it's worse. And maybe he's back to destroy what he built because he got the money he wants. Sucks.